Hi and welcome to my channel. I am Portia the Communicator, and in this video we are going to be talking about ways that you can read a man's spirit. And the reason why you want to do that when it comes to relationships is so that you can know whether someone is truly in alignment with you or not from the jump. This is a part 2 to a video that I've already done, and so I'm just going to deep dive in with thing number 1. Well, technically it's thing number 5, but this is super important. When I say what I'm about to say, I don't mean this in religious terms. It's not about a man's religious affiliation, but it is simply about discerning a man's spiritual connection and awareness. Because when a man does not have a sense of faith that he operates in, when he struggles with belief in general, he will often struggle with belief in himself, with belief in something higher or greater than him. And he may also struggle with belief in you and whatever else it is that you have going on. When a man struggles with faith, he often operates in fear, which can be very crippling, not just to him, but to you and your relationship or potential relationship. For instance, he may be afraid to take certain leaps in life. And what that means for you is that he may not want you to, or he may fight you when you try. And so with that, there's the potential for friction, if nothing else, and tension. But beyond that, you may experience a widening divide because he may be solely rested in pessimism and negativity, and you may be on the complete opposite side of the coin, trying to move forward, trying to do things differently, wanting something new, taking leaps of faith, and it's just a complete energetic misalignment. Right before I met my husband, I was seeing someone, and it was exactly this situation that I'm talking about, and hence the reason why we're not together today, okay? But years ago, I was in a full-time music career. It requires a lot of faith. Number one, to be an entrepreneur on any level, not living a pedestrian life where everything is calculated and guaranteed. People who don't have that experience will often look down or criticize or dismiss or second guess that chosen path. And that was the experience that I was having. And he came off very pessimistic with the things that I was trying to do, be it musically or trying to promote myself or just whatever it was that I was wanting to take a leap of faith on. He would sometimes laugh. And what it really represented was the lack of faith that he had, because I was able to achieve things in my music career that he'd never even attempted because of his own insecurity, because of his own fear or his own lack of ability and skill. And so if someone is living in fear and you live more on the side of faith and belief and trust in yourself and in something greater in your abilities to self-actualize, and that person isn't there yet, don't try to bring them along on your bandwagon, because from the beginning you are being shown that this person may not be in alignment for you. So you want to ask yourself, does he live with spiritual awareness, humility, and gratitude? Does he embody a sense of faith, or does he try to control things with his ego? Does he honor divine truth, order, divine timing, and accountability? Or does he run from those things? And I'm not saying that a man has to be perfect on everything. He doesn't have to be some guru or monk on a mountaintop. But is he willing? Is he working toward strengthening and developing his belief or his spiritual connection? And again, I'm not talking religion, because I know plenty of church folk, plenty of religious people who are deeply fearful and negative. So I just want to make that defining difference. This is not religion. This is spiritual. The other way that you can discern a man's spirit is to read his heart through service and compassion. And this often shows up when he's around people and giving to people or doing things with people who can do nothing for him in return. That includes the homeless, the elderly, the sickly, children, animals, you name it, or anyone who seems to have a lower pedigree in life than him. Is he short? Is he condescending? Or is he empathetic? Is he understanding? Is he generous? These are important questions to ask, because how he treats other people means that he has the potential to treat you in the same way at some point. His true heart energy is going to radiate through how he gives and shows up, not just what he gives when he shows up. Is he begrudgingly doing something, or is he stingily doing something? You know, for instance, somebody might make 7 or 8 figures, and when it comes donating time, he's only giving $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a prime example. And it's not to say that you want to make someone out to be a terrible, horrible human being, but pay attention, because this is where your discernment can get clear. Or to bring it home, let's say you or someone else you or he knows needs something. Does he show up with acts of service, or does he show up with excuses as to why he can't do something, as to why something else is more important? Does he make space for others' emotions, including your own and his as well? That's evidence of emotional availability and maturity and safety and empathy, all of which are keys to a healthy and successful partnership. Now, if any of what I'm saying is resonating with you and you want to go deeper with tailor-made coaching specifically designed to help you navigate your specific situation, I have just launched my email coaching service, which is perfect for those who are on the go. It's no scheduling required, no major investment is needed, only your laptop, and it's on your time. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to click the link in the description box beneath this video. Now on to the third thing. And this is a big one. Is it his season of readiness? I say this because just because a man wants to be with you does not mean that he is ready to be with you or any woman. Sometimes good-hearted men can be in a spiritually closed or emotionally wounded season. And you've got to be able to know and respect the reality of whatever the answer is. If he's had terrible relationship stories and history, has he done any healing work, any therapy or counseling around that, so that he knows how to show up to be a healthy partner? Outside of the internal is the external. What does his financial picture look like? Like, how is he truly preparing himself to take on a woman or a wife in his life? I always say wanting, getting, and keeping a woman are 3 different things, and they each have their own requirements. Wanting a woman is simple. That's attraction, doesn't require anything. But getting a woman or getting you, that requires pursuit from a man. Having and maintaining you, that is another level of consistent stewardship over time. How consistent is he right now in his own life, with his own affairs, on whatever level you guys are on? Is he consistent in his communication? Is he consistent in his effort to see you? Is he consistent in his ability to hold space? How is he showing consistency right now? These are ways that you can gauge what his abilities are for the long term based on what you're seeing in the present moment. A man's readiness is shown in his consistency, not his chemistry. So don't cut yourself short by stopping short and only considering the chemical reaction that the two of you have with each other, because it's not going to be anything that is sustainable for the long term. And spiritually speaking, timing matters just as much as compatibility does, because the right thing at the wrong time is likely going to be the wrong thing. So again, depending on his season, or if you're trying to gauge his season, ask yourself, is he operating from healing or habit? Is he operating from healing or from hurt? And is he moving from a place of true readiness, or mere longing and desire. You know, not wanting to be alone doesn't mean that you've qualified yourself to be in a relationship with someone. It doesn't mean that he's ready to be with somebody. That often indicates a level of sheer selfishness. This last thing I'm going to talk about in terms of how to read a man's spirit is trusting your intuition over your fantasy. And this requires, again, you to be honest with yourself about what you are seeing versus what you want to see. Trusting your gut will never steer you wrong. It will never steer you wrong. Even when we don't want to listen, at least I can say for myself in times past, spare yourself. When you feel that, I don't know if I should do this, follow it, pay attention to it, or you got a big question mark and it's kind of giving you pause, stop and reflect. Because it's usually an opportunity to check in on some stuff that you may not have seen before, you may not have wanted to see before. And a lot of times we as women, we override our intuition because we're afraid. We're afraid that we're gonna hear an answer we don't wanna hear. We're gonna see something we don't wanna see. We're gonna be further delayed than what we already feel we are. But our intuition is literally there to protect and guide us. Or we may not even be so much rattled with fear. It could be that we're so geeked up on the potential of a man and the attraction we have that that's the only thing we're looking at, which is still often short-sighted. Remember, potential is what could be. Purpose is what he's actually doing right now. Either he's doing it, living it, full in it, fulfilled in it, or he's not. So you have to ask yourself, what purpose is he living current day, or again, the lack thereof? And are you willing to see his actual reality and accept it for what it is? Because if nothing changes today, and you kind of have to go into relationships like that, is it something you can live with? Is it something you can live with? That's a very sobering question and mindset to have, you know. And if something feels off, don't rush to fix it. I often suggest wait, observe, see what he does. Don't jump into your masculine to try to fix and solve anything, especially when it comes to a man. This allows your discernment to grow, which typically happens in silence and patience over time while you're gathering intel. So ask yourself, what question marks do you have concerning this person? Because wherever you're unclear, that's usually where the dividing line is between fantasy and reality. Now I want to take the time to thank you for watching this video. If you're still here with me, you are a real one. And if you haven't seen my part 1 to this video, be sure to watch that right here. And also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on when the next video drops on this channel. Until then, take care.